Welcome to another tutorial for UlnoIoT. This is a very short one, so I will just show you today how to add this temperature humidity sensor to UlnoIoT and how to access it in Node-RED and how to visualize data with it in Node-RED. And for this we take one of our nodes, so I will take node 1, and you should take the node which actually plugs into a breadboard, so I plug this one into the breadboard. And then I take this temperature sensor and put it in here. And then you have to take a cable and wire ground, the G on here, with ground of the temperature sensor. And you see actually on the temperature sensor there's a G, or there's actually written G and D, and you plug it in the same line as that one, so that looks like this. And then we take the red cable, or another color, but red is usually for power, and put it in the 5 volt. Yes, in the 5 volt of the BMOS D1 Mini, and in the same one which says VCC on this little temperature sensor. So the temperature sensor is actually called a DHD11. You can also use a DHD22, which is usually white with UlnoIoT. So if you have that, use that instead, but wire it the same way. And then I put the blue cable or another color cable into D1 and wire this to the data port, which is the middle port here in my case. And so now I power this up. And if everything's well, there should be a small LED on this sensor, and it should light up. But there are also sensors without the LED, so you can also wire this up this way. So now I can use console here. And as we have the AutoStart file up, we don't see the console now. So we will soon see what node this is. See, this is actually node 1, and this is the one which usually just controls the LED. So you can do Control C in there in the console. Then in the boards, so you see in devices, we have the blue output object defined. And now we want an object for temperature. So let's see what help shows us. Let's see if we find something fitting here. And there you see the DHD11 and the DHD22. And then there's also the DS18X20, that's another temperature sensor. So you might have one of these and you have to select correspondingly. So let's check the help for the DHD11. And let's copy this from here, the example. And it's already D1, so let's just call it temperature humidity, and the driver here is the DHD11. That should be it. So now we should have two devices, the temperature humidity sensor and the blue LED, and now we say run. And there you see actually it's kind of pretty humid and already pretty warm here, even if I have the window open, so it's 24 degrees centigrade. So that is measured in centigrade. So that's all we need. You could also put this now in the AutoStart file, but I will directly head over to Node-RED. So this is our old flow. So make sure you double click on this and make sure that this here is disabled. This shows disabled. And then we make a new flow with the plus sign here. And here we first need, again, an MQTT input. We take this, the server should be already configured, so we just have to take the right topic, and we can check again. The topic is actually node 1 th and node 1 th, and if you want temperature, you add temperature. If you want humidity, you add humidity. So we want temperature, and that's already it. And I promise you that you can visualize this now on a web interface, and for this you need the Node-RED dashboard. And if you scroll down, you see here all the dashboard things. So for the dashboard, we take two things. We take the gauge, and let's take a chart. So do two visualizations, and we just connect this here. And now we check here that everything is set correctly, so we can define the range if it should be red or whatever. So then let's say we go up to 50 degrees, and we can say this is temperature, done, and we have another chart here. So this is temp chart, and you can configure various things here, but let's just leave it like this. We also say here we have something from -10 to 50, and we can do more, but that should be enough now. And we can deploy this. And now you wonder, where can we see that? So you take actually this URL here, and you add UI, like user interface. And there you see our temperature and our temperature chart. So and it only updates every 5 seconds. So we can actually accelerate this. So let's say we want values every 1 second, so we can actually give one how fast it should update. So let's do it every 1 second. And here you see the values coming in and slowly changing. So if you now hold the temperature sensor, you should slowly see that this goes up. Takes about a minute until you see something happening. So it's now at 23 degrees Celsius. And if you wait a little longer, it should go up even more. They were at 24. It's just my body heat because I'm touching it, so I can actually show here. See, I'm touching the sensor and heating it up slowly with my hand. And that's all. And you see, you have a nice visualization already. And that's how easy it is to build a temperature gauge and even a graph showing how the temperature development is. That's all already for today. So I hope you enjoyed that. Leave some comments if you get stuck somewhere or you have more questions. I'm looking forward to answer them, and we see each other in the next tutorial. Goodbye.